Welcome to InCabin from the creators of AutoSens. InCabin supports the global community of automotive interior specialists by providing a best-in-class event experience featuring an extensive agenda across 2 tracks, expert-led roundtables, and a full exhibition of the latest innovations. Today, we are joined by Gunnar Troili, Senior Vice President of Engineering in the automotive segment at Tobii. And Gunnar, welcome. Good to see you, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Gunnar, tell us the latest. Get us caught up. What is some of the biggest news right now from Tobii?
Yes, it's been an exciting year for Tobii. Several highlights. Of course, the biggest one for us is that we had the pleasure to announce our first design win for the Tobii DMS, which is, of course, fantastic. It's a proof point of matureness for us as a company and for the product. And it's also, of course, very important for us that we have started to build relationships in the industry, and the partnership we now have with this specific tier 1 is, of course, important for us also going forward. So that's the obvious number 1. Behind that, we have been maturing. We have matured product on quality, on signal performance. We also moved into embedded compute, which has proven our small computational footprint. So that's a really good point. And we are also adding to the product, for example, activity detection, which is, as you know, part of NCAP roadmap and China DBT. So that is also important for us going forward. And looking ahead, we have several research and development projects with partners, which is also creating opportunities for us looking into the future.
Tobii's first design win was proof that the Tobii DMS meets the stringent requirements of the industry. So, Gunnar, what makes the Tobii DMS stand out? How do you get it to meet the stringent requirements of the industry?
I will give you a few. Let me give you 3 things that stands out. So first of all, it's built on our 20 years of innovation in the field of eye tracking and attention computing. And we really have innovation in our DNA through these years. We reinvest a lot into R&D, and we have the largest eye tracking and attention computing patent portfolio. And we bring with us then into the automotive space the technology and also the expertise that we believe can create a lot and disrupt also the DMS industry. So that's the number 1. Number 2, we have the signal robustness. This is something that has been central to us through our 20 years in the business across different markets like VR, PC, also in the research academic field. We have had that as one of the core things through these 20 years. And of course, it has been enabling some of the design wins we have had in other markets. And we very strongly believe this is a center pillar also in the automotive business to work for everyone at every condition throughout lighting conditions, hats, sunglasses, masks, and all different types of people. So we think that's something that stands out. And number 3, I would say increased flexibility for manufacturers, for our customers. We want to give our customers complete control over camera choices and placement so that they can do the design choices that they prefer. And we also believe that this approach really also means a total lowest cost of implementation for our customers.
You've launched products, exciting news here, but you've launched projects with Samsung and Stellantis. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, and those are really interesting projects. It's project that, as I said, is on a little bit of the longer horizon, but it's really interesting for us to work with partners also on that horizon. And we have a highly knowledgeable team in Belgium with the knowledge in biomedical engineering. So understanding states like drowsiness, cognitive load, stress, which is, we believe, very important, specifically in the DMS market. So these 2 projects, both of these 2 projects are around research and development to understand drowsiness beyond cameras. The project with Samsung we announced in October last year The purpose is to enable drowsiness detection on the Samsung Galaxy Watch. And the second one is with Automotive Motion Lab, where the mission is to evaluate driver drowsiness from several physiological measurements and seat data. And the purpose, of course, is to continue to make roads safer. And both these projects goes very much in line with our ambition within attention computing.
Gunnar, excellent segue into my next question. Attention computing, you talk about that at Tobii. It's one of your core philosophies. Can you take us through attention computing and tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes. So as you probably know, we started out with eye tracking to understand where someone is looking, and from eye tracking, then understanding human attention and intent. And we've been very focused from the start on building, understanding, delivering end user value. And as we did that, we realized that although eye tracking is in itself immensely powerful in understanding humans and human attention, of course, you can make it even more powerful by broadening the sensing, by understanding more than just where you have your eyes and your specific attention. So this has led us to broadening our offering to a wider set of capabilities than only eye tracking, more broadly sensing the user. And that is what we call attention computing. So that is now our kind of expanded foundation as we go enable both computers and other devices, cars, to understand and communicate with humans on human terms, as we say. And to make this more concrete, more specific for automotive, of course, drowsiness, distraction, cognitive load, stress, all these things lies within the expanded reach that Tobii now has.
I know we've talked about this a little bit, Gunnar, but what are some of the big plans coming up maybe this year for Tobii or in the years ahead? Like I said, I know we kind of touched on it, but I figured it'd be a good way to close. So allow me to ask just a little more directly. You always have stuff going on, always have exciting stuff going on at Tobii. What's next for you?
The main focus for us now, not very surprisingly, is of course to transform the investments we have made over the last few years in product development into design wins and into cars on the roads, and really bringing the value we bring into building safer vehicles for safer roads. So that is not surprisingly our primary focus. So based on that, we will work a lot with developing the relationships we have with existing customers and partners, and of course with new customers and partners. Beyond that, we will of course continue to also develop our technology, specifically in the area of biomedical states, to further provide additional value and an even stronger product.
Gunnar, I'm excited to see what the future brings. Congratulations on the recent projects with Samsung and Stellantis, and of course, any future design wins that you have going forward. I want to encourage all of our AutoSens and InCabin attendees and viewers to connect with Tobii on LinkedIn and to visit the company's website to learn more and to keep up with their latest news. Gunnar, we wish you a safe travels to Brussels for our InCabin event, and we look forward to doing this with you again real soon. Thank you for your time and sharing your expertise and thought leadership today.
Thank you very much.
For more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to the AutoSens YouTube channel. And for more information about InCabin, visit InCabin.com. That's InCabin.com. On behalf of InCabin in Detroit, I'm Carl Anthony.